Right, got another earth leakage fault, so Megger set up and cover off. I've checked there's no power. All the power's off. Right, so we've got that earthed on there. So we put our other test lead on the chassis as well. That's showing the short, so we know we've got a good earth, because you don't want to be testing and getting good results, and it's only because the lead isn't earthed. Well, that's pretty earthy. We'll just try a few of the wires and see how they come out. Yeah, 0.03, that's dead short really. I think we'll just disconnect a few things and then test them. Favourite of the water pumps, well I think that one's been disconnected, I think in the cable's not even connected, but it's got two submersibles in there, so I think we'll check them first. Right, we've got some wires pulled out now. We've got the two live feeds, and that's that one and two each pump, and two neutrals for the pumps, and we've also, that was in with the pump neutrals, was the one for the solenoid valve, which is most likely going to be okay. So we'll just pick one of these at random. Yeah, well that is saying that one's shorted, so we'll try the other one. That's fine, 600 megohms. That's pretty good. And then this one, that's the live of the one that's tested bad, should be shorted again. Yeah. So just give these other terminals a quick test. Nine megohms, that one's not that good. That's the incoming. Saying that it's in a dairy, it's very damp, so you don't always get a very good reading on them anyway. So we connect that all back together, I think, and we'll give it a try with that pump disconnected. Let's see what happens. I don't feel very good. It'll be okay. That's one of the pumps running, and the agitator motor. That's the solenoid on. We've got a broken light bulb there, it should look like that, so I don't know if that's still wired in, that would be really good. Just get these clips undone. Those should come off. They get quite stiff because it's ice water, so get some cutters. Keep tight. That's loose, and then it's just a case of trying to get that pump out through this gap here and the new one in. Right, we've got a new pump in there. I'm going to got a new T in there because the old one, that's the size of the connection on there, and that's the size of the hose. So I don't know what they were thinking. It's an inch hose and that looks like a 5/8 hose tail, so we've got some proper ones on the inch ones. So we're just looking at getting this old pump out of the way. So I've got the old bolts undone that secure it. One down in that hole there, one down the other side. Yeah. And the trick with those is rather than trying to undo them, is to do them up and snap. If you're lucky, they snap off. There's 4 screws on the pump head. There's one, I think you can just see there. And one down there. If you get those off, it's much easier to take out. I'll give that a go, and we'll have a bit more space. Well, that came out easier than I thought. I didn't need to take the pump head off. This is what they would have had from the factory. When you could still get these were about 400 quid. Of course, everyone started fitting these little submersible pumps, which were about 150, 200 quid at the time. These things last 20 or 30 years. You get 3 or 4 years out of these. Rather than spend £500, you can't get these anymore because everyone's gone to fit in these things, so these are obsolete now. But I'd much rather, if you get these, fit and forget, rather than these little things that short out every few years. This has got a date on there. This is probably quite an old one actually, give it its due. Can't see. It's probably done a few hours. Just looking at the serial number. Probably on there. Well, I don't remember fitting it, certainly not with these connections there. We'd have done something different, I'm sure. I've had the hose in some hot water, so it's as soft as anything now. We'll measure that for size, cut it, and then fit it on. So a new pump, new bit of hose. That's the old connection down there. That's the other pump. That ice bank probe looks a bit dirty, so I'll give that a clean. And that is cold. It's a bit better, a bit more.